right? Are you transgender?
I'm not transgender.
Jesus is Lord!
The infamous South African single dating coach Nonnie came out guns blazing. She was invited for a podcast kind of thing. Actually, it is a podcast with Lisa. So if you'd like to hear more about this whole story, stick around, sit down, enjoy the rest of the video. Hello Tommy, Libizzo la ka ke K. Welcome to Gossip Cafe, honey. How can I forget? How can I forget? If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning subby, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. So without rambling too much, guys, let's get into this one. So Nonnie comes out and she set the record straight. Obviously, a lot of people would ask, or they were asking about Nonnie's sexuality. So that is what we're going to talk about over here. Obviously, I have done some videos about Nonnie before, and obviously I was also saying that Nonnie is a trans woman. So to just give you a little bit of a background story. So Nonnie is a dating coach, which happens to be single, obviously. And also on top of it, she mostly gets so harsh when it comes to women and women with children and rating and all of those things. She gets so harsh, and some of the things do make sense and some of the things are just pure garbage from her. So also on top of it, Nonnie had a YouTube channel. I think I spoke about this one before. Nonnie had a YouTube channel, and on that YouTube channel she was transitioning from being a male to a female, right? So she came out and she was telling Lisa on her podcast. I will put the podcast link somewhere somehow in order for you to go and check it out. She told Lisa, obviously asked if Nonnie is trans or Nonnie is just a woman who is a bit masculine physically, right? And Nonnie set the record straight. She said, no, I am definitely not trans. I am actually intersex. If you don't know what is intersex, it is a person who has two reproduction, like female and male reproduction, or two genitals, or one of the two, or something like that. So that means, for example, you will have a vagina and then inside you might have testicles, or you will have a micro penis and then have ovaries and your womb, or you'll have a vagina and a micro penis or a penis. I don't know, maybe a full penis. I've never really, I'm not a doctor, and I don't know much about these things. I've never seen them with my eyes, so I don't really want to see them with my eyes because I'm not obsessed with those things. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what we are living with right now. I know that there are people who are intersex. From when I was very young, I knew that there was someone in our village that was intersex. Obviously, in a village, you would definitely know about people's businesses because they are so small. It's a small fraction of people. And if you are gay, for example, you are the only gay that is like literally everywhere. Everyone knows that you are gay, especially if you are a gay that is out. So what I'm gonna say here, without talking too much, what I'm gonna say here is, when Nonnie had a YouTube channel, Nonnie was a gay guy. So on top of it, the next thing Nonnie says, no, I am a trans woman. So okay, you are a trans woman, and I am trying to actually take the actual hormones in order for me to change, because obviously if you are a trans woman or you are a woman in a male's body, for example, that's what they're saying. I'm so old-fashioned, guys, and these things sometimes they just confuses me. But anyway, if you are a male and you feel like you are a woman and you have to take hormones in order for you to look like women, right? And also, for example, hips, grow breasts, and have like a smoother skin and all of those things, because obviously when you get into puberty, your body changes to be like a young man's body. It doesn't change to be a woman's body because you think that you are a woman in your head. So that means you need to take hormones. So biologically, this is what I'm gonna say, biologically, for example, if you are intersex, you've got two, just like each and every one of us, you've got two hormones that are in your blood. So there will be one hormone that is dominating the other, right? So you, for example, you are Nonnie, right? And you've got estrogen and testosterone, right? And the testosterone is stronger than the estrogen. Before we get into that one, I'm gonna say we as also like people with one sexes, like a male or a female. For example, a female has two hormones that are in their body production, like the hormones. So they've got estrogen, which is the dominant one, and they've got testosterone, which is the less one. It's less. It plays a very important role in women's bodies, just like obviously we can't compare it to estrogen in women, because estrogen is the one that makes a woman to be a woman, and testosterone plays a role in reproduction and getting horny and stuff like that, all those things. But and then we've got males who've got testosterone, and the testosterone is a lot, and the estrogen is very small, limited in our bodies. So Nonnie had estrogen that is a bit higher if she is intersex for real. She had testosterone higher than the estrogen, so she has to take the estrogen in order for her to actually look like a woman, right? So firstly, Nonnie came out on these streets saying that she's gay and she's gonna take hormones in order for her to transition from being a male to be a female, right? The next thing, yes, she is trans, and from being gay, trans, what else? Intersex. She is now intersex. I'm not saying she's lying and stuff like that, because obviously I've never seen any proof from her and stuff like that, and I don't want to see the proof. I think by now I'm tired of her making excuses when she got caught, when she is lying. She was gay. She was what you call trans woman, and now she's intersex. And I can bet you right now, maybe she was also bisexual at some point. I feel like at this point, Nonnie will just finish off all the alphabets from the LGBTQIA community. The next thing she will come out and say that she's non-binary. The next thing she comes out and say that she's a tiger. She is this one. And the next thing she's a plus on that LGBTQIA community plus or whatever. The next thing she is the whole flag, right? So she has to come up and talk the truth. Obviously, on that podcast, she said that also you need a doctor's you need to go to the doctor in order for you to be diagnosed that you've got or you are an intersex. Sometimes you don't really need a doctor to diagnose you or to check you, to test you that you are really an intersex. Sometimes you can literally see that you are intersex, and sometimes obviously you don't know. You might have the vagina and then you've got testicles inside, or sometimes you are even old, you want to have kids and you can't have kids, and the next thing you go to your gynae or whatever, and they tell you that you don't have isbeleko, or you don't have the uterus, you don't have ovaries, you can't have your own children, or you've got this penis that is so small, and the next thing they tell you that you actually have uterus inside, so you can actually have babies, you can actually get pregnant or something like that, you know. When you are old and stuff like that, you only find out because there was nothing visible outside. Sometimes it is the inside issue whereby, yes, you do need a doctor, but it is not all the cases that you need a doctor in order for you to know that you are intersex. But I definitely sure know that you, maybe you know that you actually are living in a wrong body. If you are a trans person, you can't be bisexual, gay, then the next thing you are trans, and the next thing you are intersex, the next thing I'm not judging, guys. I'm not really judging. I am not judging, and LGBTQIA plus community, don't come for me, because I know you don't take criticism. I know you don't take criticism right, and I know you also don't want people to actually question some of the things that we as the LGBTQIA community are actually doing, right? So that's it, guys. If you want to know more about this whole thing, you can check out Ulisa, the podcast yake, and Nonnie telling you that stop calling him, or stop calling her rather, a trans woman. She ain't a trans woman. She's literally both. And she also actually made an example with Caster Semenya, which is the famous person that you would actually make an example when you want to talk about intersex. Is Caster Semenya. Apparently he is intersex, or she is intersex. So yeah, thank you so much for watching till this far. Please tell me what you think about Unomnonozana, Unomnonolina, and I hope you stop calling her trans. Okay, thank you so much and have a fantastic one. I'll see you on my next upload. Peace out.